bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Have we trials and temptation? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Are we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care? Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Give it up.
What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear.
What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Jesus. Oh, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all to Him. What a friend we have in Jesus.
Give it up, give it up.
We should never be discouraged.
Give it up. All to Jesus.
Give it up.
Give it up, give it up.
Everything in prayer. Give it up to Him. Give it up. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Let the problems of today lead them to conclude that for them life is not the way. But every problem has an answer, and if yours you cannot find, you should talk it over with Him. He'll give you peace of mind. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have the talk with God. Communicating with the one who lives within, forgetting all about the one who never lets you down. You can talk it over with Him. He's always around. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. Psychiatrist that's known throughout the world for solving problems of all men, women, little boys and girls. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. Ooh, when you feel your life's too hard, actress that's known throughout the world. Solving problems of our men, women, little boys and girls. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. When you feel your life's too hard, just go and have a talk with God. Oh, when your load's much bad, just go and talk with God. He cares. Just go have a talk with, have a talk with, have a talk with, have a talk with God. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and boarding. There's room for all among the loved and lost. Now there ain't no room for the hopeless sinner whose heart on mankind just to save his own soul. Have pity on them whose chances are thinner, for there's no hiding place from the kingdom throne. Oh, people get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board them. There's room for all among the loved and It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. got us feeling alright. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. Yes, my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, while he'll light up his smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. Now Paul, he's a real estate novelist. Never had time for a wife. And he's talking with David, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessman slowly gets stoned. Well, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness. It's better than drinking alone. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Come on and sing us the song, You're the Piano Man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling alright. It's a pretty good night for a Sunday. And the manager, well, she gives me a smile, 'cause she knows that it's me they've been coming to see. So forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar. Say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Come on out there if you're not enjoying it. Come on, students, let me hear that. Sing us a song, You're the Piano Man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. That bit. That's it. Well, good evening, everybody. It's lovely to see you all here as the piano dies away. We welcome you once again to the beginning of a whole run of JV Live from the Steinway rooms. We hope you're going to join us over the next few weeks and months. And we're back. We're back in the room. Back. It took me about 15 days to reassemble this, and 2 of the cameras aren't working.
Well, can you tell them why you had to reassemble it?
We had to reassemble because, of course, it was Christmas.
It was.
And we had all the family here, and so what we did is we got rid of everything.
Nick sleeping in here.
Nick was sleeping in here.
He had
and
so
he's
much
6'4"
room to stretch out. To just
well, yes.
He used
to what he used to do is move the bed from one side of the room to the other side, drag it down about 20 feet, it's a massive. Sue?
Yes?
How are you?
Fine.
You're looking, I can't really properly see you.
Hello, over there.
Yeah, okay, it's nice to see you, kid.
I think you brushed your hair, but I can't tell. Right.
Couldn't find the brush.
Do you know what?
first.
Literally 2 minutes and 15 seconds before, I suddenly heard a scream from upstairs, and she went, ah! Like this. And what's the matter? She said, I lost my brush!
Well, the thing is that
Not suddenly not a problem I have.
the thing is we've just come back from a few days away, which was lovely. We came back to find most of the house in uproar because we've got a gentleman who's painting our hall stairs and landing, so he carefully moved everything
aside.
into the Steinway room
And every other room.
and of course the bedroom also was piled high or emptied or whatever. So my normal place for my hairbrush just didn't exist anymore.
So it's a
Boring,
it's a
but-
concern, darling. To be honest, I have no particular care
Just
about
because
that.
you don't have a
No,
hairbrush.
because I don't have a need for a hairbrush. So I often do my nails or passages with it. But I need those little micro brushes. You know the ones you can clean computer keyboards with?
Yeah.
One of those, you stick them up there and just kind of, you know.
Bring the
just
tone
clean up.
down straight away.
What? Well, I bring the bones
Oh,
down
no,
mainly.
you've got the
What? Oh, the test card
the
is
test
already
card.
up.
Test card's been up.
Well, welcome everybody, and we hope you've had a lovely few weeks. And if you haven't, which has been the case for many of you, then we hope that actually you will
Just join with us and
enjoy
have fun.
the evening. I have no idea where it's going to go. I've got a list of songs here called Salt Work of Fiction and a few bits and pieces that we'll talk about. And apart from that, it's going to be just let's have a bit of a good time.
Have a free fall.
We would like to congratulate members
We
of
would.
this community who have just got married today. And in fact, it was online. They had everything set up. And I think it was so hot that it fried the phone.
Well, if we can explain, they are in Australia at the moment,
That's
and it
why.
is their summer, so it's going to be hot out there. So yes, our lovely friends Lucas and Chrissy got married today.
Many of you might remember them. They came on and
They did Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She sung and he
Lovely.
played, and it was
Just very special.
it was very lovely. And that they've been listening on and off, and they tune in, and Lucas plays along with the tracks, which is absolutely brilliant. And we love the fact that they're as happy as Larry.
Which is
and
wonderful.
it's a
Whoever
second
Larry
chance.
might be.
It's a second chance.
It is, it's lovely.
For them. It's
Lovely
a
for
lovely
them.
thing to see this happen. And their kids, who are now grown up, they're right behind
That's
them. They've
great.
gone through a lot of adversity to get here, and I'm thrilled because he was a colleague of mine in opera years ago, and got to know him and his kids, and it was lovely. So there we are, Chrissy. And now, what song could we do? And I just thought, can you see the moon? Can you see? I'm going to lasso the moon, and I'm going to pull it in. What song did? What was that film? Don't say. Write it in now.
Write it in. If you know
Write it
which
in.
film that's
I'm going
from.
to lasso the moon. I'm going to pull it in. Okay, that one. One of the saddest films I've ever. And I like to. I didn't watch it this year. All the kids laugh at me watching it, but it lasts about 2.5 hours.
It's
But
longer
no
than that, I
man
think.
is alone if he has
Has
friends.
And we know that because you're all here
Here we go. And here's
and we've missed you.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. You let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Come on, fill my life with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you.
Woo! That was fun. That was nice. That was very nice. Very nice.
I listened to Frankie do it, and I thought, actually,
What you guys need to know is that when my husband gets a bee in his bonnet about some particular artist or conductor or something like that, every single car journey is all their greatest hits or whatever. So Frank Sinatra was one long journey, actually. That was a long journey. Where were we going? I can't remember, but we listened to his greatest hits several times over. You want to do another one? Okay.
In the wee small hours of the morning, when the whole wide world is fast asleep, you'll lie awake and think about the girl and never ever think of counting sheep. When the whole wide world had learned this lesson, if you heard, if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you miss her most. And the whole wide world has learned its lesson. You'll be heard if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you miss her most.
Well, you didn't know you were going to do that one, but I would like to dedicate that to dear Rachel and P. P, you are in Papworth Hospital and your lovely lady is with you. And Rachel, your birthday was it Thursday this week? So we love you lots, guys. We always think of you when Jonathan sings jazzy type songs.
Yeah, and actually, another one of these faithful people that are they're just good people.
They're good people.
You can't just, there are people that are just good. Anyway, and can I just say to you guys that although it feels like it, and we're going to talk about this tonight, we just talk amongst friends. We want you to write in, and Sue's going to be writing down stuff that's important to see, and then we'll quote them, okay? Because we want your participation in this, and I've got another idea for participation a bit later that I will announce. It literally came to me while I was on the loo about 40 minutes ago.
Okay, we don't need to know
No,
about that.
I'm just throwing the grace and all that.
All right.
So, I just want to say...
Oh, another test card. Oh, we've not even hit 20 past.
I just want to say to all of you that, particularly P and Rachel, you've been in and out of hospital. I think there are good times just around the bend. That was meant to be a cue straight in, and it didn't. Thank you very much. Rachel, that stirs you right for putting the test card up. Here it goes. I love a live show, don't you? We're 18, 19 minutes in, and it's rocking. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Back in the room, and it's JV rocking around to just around the bend. You ready? Been a long time traveling down this hard and rocky road. We're all just trying to survive, walking together and sharing the load, doing all we can to stay alive. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place, hey, just around the bend. That's right. We may be weary, sometimes we just don't know how we can keep on keeping on. Take one day at a time and trust that history will show. When we're united, we are strong. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. Take care of each other, for we all need a hope that heals, a love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again somewhere just around the bend. Oh yeah, just around the bend. So take care of each other, for we all need a hope that heals, a love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again somewhere just around the bend. Just around the bend. I believe the journey's nearly over.
I believe the journey's nearly over.
I can see the troubled times will end.
I believe these troubled times will end.
I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. Just around the bend. Oh. Now that's for P, and I'd like to also play that for Martin. Now Martin is out there in the Isle of Wight, and Martin wrote to me. I wrote to him and said, "We want you to join tonight." And it was lovely. It's always lovely to hear from him. He's a very, very nice man, and he's going through problems. He's going through problems like a lot of people. Now, often when I'm there, we go to the Wellbeing Cafe and the Thursday lunches at St Catherine's. So the Wellbeing is on the front, the seafront, and it's just a lovely group of people. As I said, I call the bingo and do things with them, chat with them, sing a few songs, make them cry, make them laugh. And the lovely lady, Terry, who runs it, has been through major surgery, has had major cancer surgery, and she's come through it with prayer, and she's absolutely astounded, as are the family. So we are thrilled to be associated with those people. And then the church lunch is on a Thursday. They open a warm space. They call it Your Space. And Adrian and Nicola and all the team there, they feed people. And it's a place where people can meet and chat and talk. And it's been a privilege to just turn up there. And he said he'll be watching. And a mention for all He puts praying hands together who are finding anxiety, and it's a lot to understand and cope with. And we know that, Martin, and we know that that is the case.
We do.
But we know actually also that, that just around the bend, there's optimism, this thing, there's hope. Now, we're Christians as well, and we believe that hope is rooted in a man called Jesus. But some of you don't feel that. But you find actually there's a way of finding strength in community. And that is what we found is missing so much in our own communities, a sense of community, getting together and everybody doing that. I'm going to do a song, which, interestingly, I'm going to do this for Gareth. Is Gareth with us?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he is. He is definitely. I'm just saying the piano bit that you were going to do, don't leave it too long.
What? Oh.
Don't leave it too long.
Is he staying in?
As long as necessary. I'm sorry about this.
All right. Okay. In which case, I'll do a song for a man who needs it.
Yeah, for a man who's had a lot of anxiety, lots of sadness.
Haley.
Yes.
And
you both.
many of you would know, looking at, they lost Bella, the dog, the beautiful dog, and it was reminded us very much of our dog.
Yeah, she looked just like our
just
dog,
like
actually.
our dog.
Lovely.
We lost her after about 15 and a half years. And it's a tragedy. When they go, it's a member of the family. I know that Liz Ormiston feels the same way. She's also your boy, and it was very difficult to lose them, and it's very difficult to replace them, to be honest. And so one doesn't. But the point is that he's going back to work. And Mark, let me just say, my music teacher, bless his socks, those are cotton socks even, woolen socks I imagine now, he's about 80 something, he's probably wearing woolen socks. But bless his socks anyway, he was the reason that I'm here today and that I was able to earn a living, become an international megastar. I'll just say that to you,
Okay.
Just megastar.
You can say it, darling.
You can believe it, I suppose, or not. And a singer and an entertainer and everything else. Because of Ian. And Ian Lawrence, bless him, more than anybody else at that time in my life, gave me courage. And the way he said, he just used to go. And he knew I was being bullied, and it was awful. I had a terrible stutter. I wasn't very good at anything. I was slow and not living up to my potential at all. And so he said to me, he came up to me once, and then he did it all the time, and he said, John, 2 words, be brave. And I say to you, Mark Borisov, I say, be brave during this. You will manage to do it. Mm-hmm. Your body will take over, and your sense of responsibility will take you through when you go back. Will you feel 100%? No, you won't. And it takes a long time for these things to heal, but your mind will get slowly better. And I say that to everybody. And I say that as somebody who's had depression. It takes time. It takes time, but actually, get up, put your shoes on, do it in order. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. We were listening to a sermon today about that. Often preaching to ourselves, telling ourselves what we're going to be doing is a good idea. It's a good thing to do. So tell yourself, and you're going to get up, and you're going to be fine. And those wheels on the bus. They're going to be literally going round. They will. And they'll be going round because of you. As you put your foot on the accelerator pedal. And this image can be for anybody, actually. Get up. Put one foot in front of the other. And trust that when you get there, trusted people, it's going to be okay. All will be well, and all manner of things will be well. going around, mate.
That was great.
Do you like any more fairs?
Any more fairs?
That was. It's not exactly Bristol, is it?
No.
It's not Wiltshire.
No.
But don't go no.
It's
Someone said no.
a generic sound.
It's a generic kind of west
Southwest.
country.
Southwest.
Right. Any more fairs? I thought, because Mark's got a nice soft lilt, hasn't he? See? Any more fairs? Anyway, why was I doing that? Now,
That was for Mark. So have a good day tomorrow. Go to bed now. You can. And get up early in the morning for your 5 o'clock start. And enjoy the customers. Enjoy all the people getting on and off your bus.
now this piano has gone out of tune again.
It has.
And bless her, Millie.
Yeah, dear Millie sent
Millie
us some
meant
money to
some
tune
money.
it.
So we're going to call in Jerry and get this flipping piano tuned. It's all over Christmas. It's not been done for 2 months. And it's a very old piano, dear thing. It will hang on. We tried to get Steinway in to get it done, but they were not willing to play ball. No. They wanted £20,000 to mend it. I said, probably I can afford 20,000 pennies. Could I afford that? How much is that? What's 20,000 pennies?
Divide by 100. £2,000.
I can afford, no, I can't even afford that. So, you're going to get it tuned and kept in whatever order it can do. Now, one of the songs, this one is for Gareth. Now, this week we received the news and dear Rachel sent me, oh, sorry, I can see this is dirty, I'm just going to polish it now. Oh, look at this, oh, look, it's an award.
Just something you happen to pick up.
I just picked up there, look, it's an award. What was that? Oh, Sue, what was that for, love?
Oh, I can't remember now.
I don't know. Make a Difference Heroes Awards, the Music and Arts Awards, 2020 winner. 2002, who remembers that?
2020.
Yeah, BBC Radio, Surrey and Sussex.
That means we've been going for almost 4 years.
4
Do you
years.
realise that?
Yeah, we
Come
thought we'd do it
April.
for 5 minutes.
Come April, it'll be 4 years. I can't believe that.
Anyway,
Where are you going?
this
Gareth.
this week, this month,
The news, the big news.
big
the
news
big
is
news.
that Billy Joel,
Or even Billy Joel.
no, Billy Joel, it's a bit like, what do we say?
You call it a banjo.
A banjo.
It drives us everyone mad.
And you know, I love it when it drives everybody. I do. As soon as you say it drives you
You
mad, that's
do
I
it
do it
more
even
and more.
But Billy Joel, he's releasing a new single. Can you believe that? It's the first time since 1993. Now, I've seen him
He's
twice.
obviously got a tax bill to
Can I
pay.
tell you? Did I tell you about the
What?
time I went to see him?
Oh,
What's the matter?
nothing. No, go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
so hate it, don't you? You don't like Billy, do you?
I do like
Listen
Billy.
in the car. It's just so
You see
bored
what I
with people.
mean? We end up with,
Right.
going down a particular rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
well, anyway, but I was in Barbados. And if you stop me if I told you the story, but in Barbados doing an opera written for service by me and this other guy, by the drummer from the Police. His name was Stuart Copeland. You know, Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. All that one. And that one, that Stuart Copeland, he wrote this opera, I did this opera, and I'm flying home from Barbados, as you do. Hey, darling, that was my life in those days, wasn't it? Now we drive
it's
home from the Isle
Dorset.
of Wight. See how things change?
I know.
Glamour. I was in Hello Magazine, wasn't I?
You were?
Hello Magazine.
And what do they
minor
call you?
Celebrity.
Yeah,
That's what
a
they
minor
called me.
celebrity.
It's heartbreaking even now when I think
Were you
about
an unknown minor celebrity?
it. No, you just putting unknown. You just like to put
just
me down.
think it
'Cause
brings you
just 'cause
down
you
to
weren't
earth.
in there, and I was
No.
standing next to
I was-
Stuart Copeland's wife, and she was looking at me going, "Gosh, he's a lovely looker, isn't he?" Not so much.
Not so much. Oh dear.
Sorry.
Right. Pull yourself together.
This is the notion of everybody looking at me and going, "He's a lovely looker."
Well, I think I probably did that once.
No, you didn't. You had dark glasses on or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm flying home.
I still do, darling.
No, you don't. Shut up, you don't. You know you don't. Anyway, look, while I'm telling this story, I'll clean my glasses because I can't see a thing. Well, I hope you're all having a good time anyway.
Oh, well,
because
we are.
We're having a good laugh at least. And we're flying home, and I'm up at, they fly me home business class. So I'm sitting up the top at British Airways business class, and this woman walks through the curtains, comes to see me. She said, "Hello, Mr. Veira," and she's kneeling down by my. She said, "Just wanted to say how much I enjoyed the performance, and it was, you were staggering, and it was a da-da-da." And I said, "Oh, that's that's very kind of da-da-da," because she must have been looking at me and saying, "What a looker." The thing continues.
In a minute.
Okay, could you write in if you think that I'm a looker? Okay, here we go.
I think you might be disappointed.
And it doesn't count if you're my mother. All right. So I'm sitting up there, and she says, she suddenly said to me, she said, "Oh well, I was the lighting designer." "Oh, I didn't know you were there." Right. She said, "Yes," but she said, I said, "Well, what do you do?" She said, "Oh, not stuff that you'd be interested in." I said, "Oh, what stuff do you do?" She said, "Well, I'm doing a show for Billy Joel at the Billy Joel at Earl's Court." And she said, "But you would be interested with yourself." I couldn't be joking. Absolutely my musical hero, rock and roll hero for certain. And she said, "Well, I can get you tickets." Anyway, she sends me VIP tickets right by the stage, sitting where you are, 20 feet away, I'm trying to keep the theme going.
Yeah, okay.
And so there he is. He comes out of the stage in a spiral, up on the piano, standing on the piano, singing, "It's gonna be a hard day's night." Yeah. And I just thought, I can't believe it. I was waving at him. I could smell the sweat from where I was. It was extraordinary. Extraordinary. Anyway, that was one. And the son took me to Wembley to see him. And absolutely got hoarse. Couldn't hear a thing. Literally, we sung ourselves out.
Well, he didn't sing very much at all, did he? He got you all to sing it for him.
Yeah, that's what he did. He just went, "Yeah, you sing." Anyway, this song, which...
This is for Gareth.
This is for Gareth.
That's where you were going with this one.
That's where I was going. And I think I'd never really thought about it until around about 15 minutes ago. I've sung it along for years. But
just realise what it's about.
What it's about. It's a New York state of mind. And he's saying that it doesn't matter how far I wander. People go away from it, but they come back to New York. Well, that could be anywhere. New York could be your home, where it is you live. Because what he finds in this is community. And again, it's that theme. That's what I want to talk about tonight, in a way, is community. And even when you're feeling away from it, coming back to it, he talks about the papers that you read there, the people that you see. Now I need a little give and take. The Daily News, the New York Times, things that actually are familiar to us in the communities that we live and that make it worth having. So I just thought it's and I love the tune, and it just goes from like this. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. I could fly to Miami Beach or to Hollywood, but I'm taking the Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. I've seen all the movie stars in their fancy cars and their limousines, been high on the Rockies under the evergreens. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. Was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. Now I need a place of give and take, the New York Times. is fine for me, cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or up on the riverside. I don't have any reasons, and I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm taking the Greyhound on the Hudson River line, 'cause I'm in a New York state of mind. Joel.
Well, can I just tell you that lovely Anthea, do you remember Anthea from...
I love Anthea.
Yeah, lovely
what's she
Anthea,
say?
the cardigan stealer.
Yeah,
she just said...
She steals cardigans. Yeah,
she said, I once nearly saw Billy Joel at Old Trafford in a concert with Elton John. We had front seat tickets and were absolutely gutted when it was cancelled as one of them, can't remember which, had a sore throat. Took us weeks to get our money back and he never came back to Manchester.
He never came back, no.
So you've had to put up with Jonathan all these years. I'm sorry about that, Anthea.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quiet, simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Well, I sat on the roof and I kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting these things I do, well, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. But the thing is, what I really mean, and yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quiet, simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. See, I just hop away from the programme.
You
Not
do,
in that
and
programme.
it was lovely.
That's years ago, wasn't it?
It was years ago.
Bit of Elton
And
John for you, Anthea. and Billy
Yes,
Joel.
and everyone else enjoyed that. They feel as if you're spoiling them. And can I just say welcome to someone else who's listening from their hospital bed tonight,
Who's that?
Michael Newport.
Michael Newport, the
Yes,
lovely Michael.
the lovely
Michael, I
Michael.
apologise for not writing to you earlier. Michael has been in for a long time. His wife, long-suffering wife, and they're having to get it all ready. There's been so many things. It's the heart, the kidneys. He's ended up doing dialysis, and I know about dialysis, my friend. And so it can be a tricky thing, and trying to get it right. Please write to me, actually, Michael, from your hospital bed, and tell me what's going on, so that we can you can write to Sue, and just give us an update on where you are, as much as you want to tell us,
Yeah.
so that we can actually get those people that pray. Remember, this is a community of faith and no faith, so you can join it, whatever you are. I sing songs from everywhere, and I'm gonna sing you a song, Michael, for this one, and it's a song I recorded just to cue Rachel up from the Hymns Project 2. We rest on you, our shield and our defender. And Mark and I did this arrangement, and he put a lovely ukulele, and it gives that Hawaiian feeling to it. But it's beautiful, sustained. It's a long one, so just enjoy this song. We rest on you. Please carry on writing in, giving your comments. Sue will read some out. I'm sure I know she's got them. She's writing to people as well. But sending comments, funny ones, stupid ones, encouraging ones, spiritual ones, whatever you like. And this one, very much in your hospital ward now. Grab hold of this lovely truth. We rest on you, our shield and our defender. We go not forth alone against the foe. Strong in thy strength, safe in thy keeping, tender, we rest on you, and in your name we go. Strong in your strength, safe in your keeping, tender, we rest on you, and in your name we go. In thy dear name, all other names above, Jesus, our righteousness, our sure foundation, our Prince of glory, and our King of love. Jesus, our righteousness, our sure foundation, our Prince of glory, and our King of love. This song has a real resting studio. Oh. We go in faith, our own grace
and needing more, each day thy grace to know. Yet from our hearts a song of triumph pealing, we rest on you, and in thy name we go. Yet from our hearts a song of triumph pealing, we rest on you, and in your name we go. We rest on you, our shield and our defender. Thine is the battle, thine shall be the praise. When reigning in the kingdom of thy splendor, victors we rest with you through endless days. When reigning in the kingdom of your splendor, victors we rest with you through endless days. We rest on you.
And that's for you, dear Michael and Helen, who've been through an awful lot. And so many of you have been through, we've been going 53 minutes. And it's nice, isn't it, just to...
It's
people
lovely.
enjoy it? We got any comments?
People are loving it. They're loving the song choices. They're loving just being back together again, I think, just chatting to one another and laughing and then crying. You know, it's a sort of the usual thing with Jonathan, really.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just what I love and what we've missed. And we finished doing the shows, and so I haven't performed since December the whatever it was, the 17th. We did the final carol service.
Yes, we did the carol service. That was it.
Carol services, and I'd done a show. Did a lot of shows in that last. In fact, it was one of the busiest terms we've ever had.
Yeah.
From August through to.
Yeah. It was
on
very,
the go.
very busy.
And we were very tired, and we had a 5-day Christmas here with a lot of people, and eventually couldn't take it. We collapsed. On the 28th, we were dead, and there are lots of reasons for that. And the thing is that then the mind starts playing up, and it starts doing things to you. And we this morning we went to see our little goddaughters, our grandchildren dedicated at their church with the parents and grandparents, and we sat there looking, and we were the oldest people in that church by around about 73 years.
No, we weren't.
Anyway, not the
But
point.
it was
The point
lovely. It was a lovely service, and it was lovely to sit there and
It was lovely. Actually, I talk about the lovely things. The lovely things were watching the children.
Yeah,
actually,
absolutely,
and that was good.
To actually have our grandchildren on the stage and to hear the prayers of lovely people, their godparents promising to pray for them and to pray over them, and that was very special.
Very nice.
Actually, very special.
But I think the highlight of the service was the speaker. Everything
was
else,
good.
music was
He
all
was
right.
good. He was good.
Fine. But the what was great, he was good. Now, he was a chemist, and he talked about, by trade, that was his trade, and he talked about refining gold, how you how you get gold. But he put up a picture of the wilderness and the desert,
in
place
Israel.
in Israel. Now, I would have shown you my own, and I think what we might do is I'll speak to Rachel about this. On the collection of videos that there are of me, there's one from Songs of Praise, years back, year 2000. Now, I think what we might put it on test video.
It's on YouTube, so we don't know if it would work.
We don't know whether we
stream.
can play it from here, or whether it would cause a stop. And
It's because it's BBC and so on, so...
yeah, but it might not have,
No.
because it wasn't. Anyway, it was me down in the desert with singing How Great Thou Art. And you can go on and see, just put Jonathan Veira, How Great Thou Art, Israel, Songs of Praise, and you'll see that. And we were down in the hills of, looking over Canaan of Galilee, we're looking over the hills there, up, and it was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We set out from the hotel in Israel, and in Jerusalem, and off we went. And they set up the shots, and it was phenomenal. It was hot by 5 o'clock in the morning, and we had only a couple of shots. We had to get it right. There were 2 cameras, one long shot and one close, and with a man with a speaker behind a rock, so that I would sing it in time to what we'd recorded in London. So it was all very fine. But what was stunning was that picture, it felt like the identical picture. I don't know whether you saw that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was that picture.
We'd only been looking at it last night with Jill and Andy.
Jill
it was
and Andy
really
were here.
weird. And then suddenly, across the screen, this was the picture that he kept returning to for the whole talk.
And the talk was on wilderness, really effectively. Now, he was talking about David, and David was out in the wilderness for 14 years, I think it was. Just should have been king. Saul was very jealous. You know the story. Maybe you don't know the story. But the truth was he was out there. And you kind of feel that people who've got, you think, oh, well, they're the blessed of God and everything's good and it's going well. And yet what happens is he finds himself in a wilderness, and you have to be out there to understand. There's nothing much lives out there. You have to have things brought to you. There's no vegetation. You could look for miles, and there's not a tree, nothing, because nothing can live out there. It's just sand, which reminded me of the travel experts that were saying that people were writing into them, and one of the people wrote in and said, I would like to complain. On the travel brochure, the sand on the picture looks white. When we got there, it was yellow. I like that. The other one that said, when we went in the water, there were fishes in the sea. Nobody warned us about this. The children were very frightened. But this desert place, and I think actually, I ask you, first of all, what struck you about that? What struck you this morning?
About what he said, I think it was this idea that being out in the wilderness happens to so many of us, and we think that we've failed because we're there. We think that our life is falling apart, and therefore we're the only ones that's happening to. But the more he went on, the more he talked, the more you realise that actually the wilderness is a difficult place. The picture up there was inhospitable. It was rocky, and you could imagine that just living in those hills would have been tough, life-threatening, and very tough. And people out to get him all the time. And yet, the fact that something came from it was extraordinary.
Well, he told the story of a fish. He was talking to a fisherman, and the fisherman. He said it was in the winter, and he said, "Oh,
it was a mild winter, wasn't it?"
And he said, "Oh, it must be good for you, knowing nothing about fishermen and fishing." And the fisherman said, "No, it's a disaster. We've got to have a cold winter to kill off the bugs and the insects that actually damage the fish, and otherwise, without a cold winter, you can't have a lush summer. You can't have a productive summer." And I
well,
just
what
think
could happen is that the weeds that would normally be killed off in a cold snap, they flourish, and then they choke the abundance of summer when it comes to it.
So, and I think that for you who are going through it, and I don't, I don't try and lessen the effects of this, because I know them. When you're going through it, it's, when often all you need is what Adrian Pinnock says, I see you. People seeing you, knowing that you're there, that you count. You know, at that time when nothing, often you don't have enough faith yourself. Sometimes you want somebody who has the faith to put their arm around you to say it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And that arm round, that's what YGAF has been about. It's not saying we can solve your problems. It's saying that we can help you by telling you that we're your friend. And that in the dark places, there are people that care. We can't, and I'll always hold my hands up, and Sue will too. We are not good at answering every single thing that comes to us because there are so many of you. There are thousands of people that have watched this over the time. There are 1,000 on the, or not quite 1,000. There are 12, nearly 1,300 people subscribed on YouTube. When people write in, and I saw a vicar write in to you about your Martin is, I think his name was.
Yes, I've replied to him.
That. I saw that, and he wrote in, and I thought he's been watching since 2020, right, since the beginning, and it was lovely to have him on and ask that question, and you were able to answer him. And I think actually that you see so many people that have come on. We don't always do the right thing. Sometimes we do the wrong thing. Sometimes people write to us and we forget, or we don't know what to say. Can I say we don't always know what to do or to say? Sometimes the problem is beyond us.
But I think what I really appreciate about this community is the way that it isn't down to just the two of us responding when people write, because sometimes we just miss the message. But actually there are so many of you out there who are just very gentle and very kind, and you reply, you pick up what someone's saying, and you help them. And we are so grateful for that, because that's what it's about. It's everyone together helping each other. And part of what came out of this morning for me was knowing that it is encouraging one another, giving each other strength and bravery, which is what you were talking about earlier on, to actually just keep putting one foot in front of another, because you don't know how long that's going on. So,
and in the meantime, what you get is people like Andy. Do check out any things that are coming on here now.
I'm trying. Yes.
Well, I know. Just highlight them and then tell us them, would you please? I'll read something and you have a look back at what there is. Andy Hatvani, who stayed here, he insists on sending me stuff, jokes, literally. He said, this one was just finished reading a good book. This is a way of encouraging, this is a way of encouraging me, apparently. And John Bown, this is your way of encouraging me, apparently. Just finished reading a good book called Fights on a Canal Boat by R.G. Bargee.
Ha ha ha.
The one I liked was, I accidentally swallowed some Scrabble tiles. My next visit to the bathroom could spell disaster. So I like that one. A coach carrying jazz musicians has just broken down on the motorway, apparently. Lengthy jams are expected. We'll read that one to Mark. No, there's one accident. No, not that one. I wanted to read one. There was one that he sent some weeks ago. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I changed the alarm on my phone to the hokey cokey. It took me an extra 20 minutes to get out of bed this morning. You put your left leg in, your left leg. It's all right. Okay. Yes. Apparently I snore so loudly it scares everyone in the car I'm driving. Sad news. I broke up with my girlfriend, Lorraine, because I was seeing another girl called Claire Lee. Yeah. But the good news is that I can see Claire Lee now. Lorraine is gone.
Okay. Is that all? Are they all from Andy?
They're all of them.
Yeah. Can you try harder, please, Mr. Hatvani? Just try harder. Rachel has put a message up. She said about your singing in the desert that and this is where we saw it last night. It's linked on our playlist on YouTube. So if you go to Jonathan's YouTube channel, there are various JV videos from around YouTube. And I think John Bathgate put it up for us, actually.
He did.
So it's Jonathan singing, standing in a black suit in the middle of this very hot desert. But it's the image of the rocks and just the miles and miles and miles of rocky desert.
So why don't we, in the midst of all the rocky deserts, we find friendships and we find people that care? We're still thinking about if you lot would like another away day next year.
This year?
Sorry, this year, not next year, this year. And what we do, we're going to have to make it so that we don't lose money on it again,
Yes.
personally. But we'd love to have everybody there and do something special for you. Put something on a couple of days together and enjoy being together. If that's of interest to you, then start writing in. To us and say yes, you're interested, because we will then steward with there are only a few dates I think he's got available for weekends, but
And
I think
if not,
weekdays.
if not able to do St Catherine's, we maybe need to think about going a bit further north to accommodate the people who are a bit further north.
Yes, well, maybe it'll be 2 days. Maybe that's what we'd have to do, because we do the north section and then the south section. So that might be, we might talk to Jane.
Away day, definitely. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh,
okay, so it's quite a big, quick response to that one.
Okay, well, I want you to keep writing in. And if you're listening later on, then basically, although you write less views, yes, please, we need absolute definite maybes, okay, from all of you. And write to Sue at, what's the email address you write to, Sue?
Sue@jonathanveira.com.
Yeah, send your requests there, please. Sue@jonathanveira.com. The more you do, you're disparate with your stuff, we lose stuff. So if we collate them all in Sue@jonathanveira.com. I'll say that one more time, Sue@jonathanveira.com, if you'd like an away day. It was a great mixture of stuff.
Huge emotional swings, actually, wasn't it?
It was awful and fantastic at the same time. Why don't we put a backing track on? Rach, why don't we do, and remind people exactly that you've got a friend.
Well, bless her, she was putting something else on. But well done, Rachel. He's been going all over the place.
I am going all over the place. No, I'm not apologising to that. She keeps her on her toes. You ready? Let's join in together, shall we? 1, 2, 3. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, that old north wind begins to blow. Oh, keep your head together now. Call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking at your door. Oh, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, 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 winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. yes I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. Sing it with me, everybody, across the country, wherever you are. You just call out my name. Come on, I want to hear louder. And you know wherever I am, that's it, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, 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 winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. And oh, darling, you've got a friend. Who's got a friend? What was that? You've got a friend. That's right. My sweet darling, you've got a friend. Right, a little solo. Stand by. Remember what we did? Give it 1, 2, 3. Then you sing. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Oh, you got a friend. What a great track that was. Well done, Mark.
And you have got a friend. You've got lots of friends.
And talking of which, Wygaff. Now, I'm going to give her a moment to get that up, and then we'll see separate
Bless her,
notes.
she keeps being poised to go to a video.
No, all right.
She might want to do a video.
What we will do, I'm just going to talk about this, and then you can do a video
Okay,
of
all
your
right.
choice. So, why don't we just pull up Wygaff?
Yes.
And talk about that one little bit. I know that we had last week. I called on Adrian to just do his thing while we had 45 minutes with you, just on Facebook Live, because we couldn't have a stable signal. And so we just did it from the phone on 4G, not on Wi-Fi. We couldn't do it, and it was a shame to drop to do it. But at least we could connect with some of you. So, Wygaff. Now we're into the new year. It's nearly February now. In fact, yeah, I've got my appointment. I've got a consultant's appointment on the 4th. But, good. Things are stable. Thank the Lord for that. They've gone back up to stability. They all went down. There was a bit of a concern just before Christmas.
It's not.
Started dropping.
It's never very good when your kidneys consultant rings you on New Year's Day at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But all is well. All is well.
But I say that in the knowledge that Michael Newport is sitting having dialysis.
Exactly.
And actually that everybody is ill. I always used to think when I heard that people were well, it was a mixture of things.
Yeah,
It was,
you were
well, I'm glad
pleased
they're
for
well.
them,
I'm not. You know, it's that. And so, we mentioned Wygaff to you. Remember, those of you who don't know, you've got a friend trust, Wygaff, and it's there for you. It's your thing. Often, it works like a cooperative. People pay into it, and then sometimes, having paid into it, they get out. Or they get it out, and then they get money, and they put some back in. Or they have no money to put in, and other people support them. That's the way it works. That's how a cooperative works. It's very simple. Is that that's how the NHS works. You pay for me when I'm ill, and I pay for you when I'm well. So when you're unwell, that's the way it works. And so that has been a really good model that's worked for us for 3.5 years now, coming up 4 in April. When did we form this? Was it within very short time?
Yeah, it was.
And so Adrian Pinnock and Colin Matthews, Jonathan Stevens and Deborah Pepper are the trustees who I trust very keenly to do the right thing and to bless you. And there are many people out there who have been recipients or have encouraged others to be recipients of it. And many of you have given. and many of you give a small amount. And I would recommend that. That's the kind of thing I would recommend. £5.
Big amounts, but
You can
lots
give a
of little
£5,
amounts.
£2. Lots of little amounts, and every single pound, literally we mean this, counts. And I shaved my beard off for I was going to keep that beard, I was going to trim it, and everybody was saying no. Helen Coleman was saying, get it off.
But everyone gave a little bit of money.
They did.
It was a fun way of raising a bit
something like
of
that.
money for YGAF, and you shaved your beard off, which
And
is
Stuart,
win-win.
It was, and Stuart has been cycling. I think
Yes,
so far he was cycling from Henley, and I think so far he's got to Marlow, which is 3 miles.
Well, I think actually he's gone from the landing to the lounge.
Yes. But whatever he's doing, and whatever you can do, actually, to add to our own little homegrown charity, and it's a legitimate thing, and we help people to just put an arm around them. And if you need something, and don't always think, oh, other people need it. If you need to pay for something and you haven't got that bit of cash, that bit of something, it's not a loan. We're not going to ask for it back. This is it. It's a gift. Freely you have received, says the Bible, so we freely give. And actually, if you've had it before and you still need it again, we're not counting up how many times. We try and help you if there's a problem that is endemic and that we can help you with your cash and finances. I'm planning to have in this next term a whole group of people on to talk about debt, to talk about planning, to talk about... I'm going to want 3 or 4 people on Zoom who can help us if you've got those issues. You can write in and ask questions of those people on Zoom. That's going to put that together with some advice from other people, so how we get that together. That's going to be a Zoom when Rachel is with us. It's going to probably be later towards March, isn't it? So that's something to think about if you've got questions that affect you directly. We're here with a hands-on community. One of the things I loved, Carl Beach blew up the room when he came in.
He did.
He literally stuck a tin of dynamite in the room. And we'd had, a bit before, Jeff Lucas came in, and he was absolutely brilliant. So honest sharing, honest people living honest lives, not always knowing the answer. I love those people. Those are the people I trust. Anybody who says, yes, I've got all the answers, don't ever trust them. They don't have all the answers. I'm sorry, they don't. But actually somebody who comes in and in vulnerability says, yeah, let me see. Let's struggle together and find some answers. And those answers are often found in that word, community. Community. That's where often truth is to be found, or some element of truth is to be found. So, YGAF, let's do some. Let's either contribute or write to us if you feel embarrassed. We can help you, and we can just make sure that you get through to the right people at the right time, or write directly to the people on the screen. It will come up and it will stay up for a bit. And in the meantime, why don't we have a video of the choice of Rachel? Here it goes. Yes, I thought you would.
That's good.
Go do a wee wee. And we've got 5.
You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of Barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze awhile upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her head came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold. There have been some that I've broken, but I swear, in the days still left, you'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of I never made promises lightly. There have been some that I've broken. Oh, but I swear, in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We will walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in the fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. Where they gild their houses in preparation for the king, and in line the sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. They will be surprised when they hear him say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have pardon. Take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have pardon. And that has become a bit of a
It has.
song for me and for Nicola and for
Yeah, I can remember hearing it for the first time in the car. We were doing Gregory Porter at the time, listening to all his songs, and
Am I sensing a theme here?
there's a bit of a theme here. And that song was just jumped out and hit us so hard. We just knew
So
that
we've
was
done it,
something
and that's
that we
what we're
need to
doing
do. It's something that we need
Do you
to
know,
do.
it's lovely. It was lovely, wasn't it? The other day, just doing. We were in Dorset, and I came across. I mean, how many people did we just end up
Talking to?
I was waiting. You went into a shop. We'd had a cup of tea, and there was a man, and he was. I think he was from Iran, and he was standing against the window, and he was a taxi driver. And it was in Wareham, as a matter of fact, to be specific. And I just passed by with the hat, my big brimmed hat, and my jacket, and it looked quite cool, and glasses. And he went, and I went, all right. And he went, yes. I said, you having a cheeky fag, are you, mate? And he went, yes. I'm just, I cannot smoke in the car. So I said, so how are you doing? I just asked him how he was doing, and I got Roger and I then.
Had a conversation with
Had a
him.
long conversation. I spoke to him a long time before Roger came, and found out he got divorced, and it was a lot of pain, and he'd been through a big desert. And he said, it was tough, and I prayed with him. I just went, do you mind if I just... And so we did. And I think, actually, it's the thing we're frightened of going and speaking to people and saying, oh, you've got a gift. Well, I'm more cheeky, I suppose, than most people. But I ask what I call the question.
Yeah.
And what is the question, Sue? What's the question? What is the question?
That's the different for every person.
For every different person. What is the question? The killer question. And so in the Cornish bakery that we were having coffee in every day.
Can I just say, we were away for a week, and we'd gone with our lovely friend Roger, and the first day that we were there, Jonathan and I went into this really nice coffee shop, and the next day I went in there with Roger whilst Jonathan was doing something else. The following day, Jonathan and Roger went in together. I said to them, they're going to get really confused about who's where with whom at this particular time. And the fourth time we went in there, Roger and I went in, and she went, I don't know who comes in here, but I just know there's several of you, but you don't all come in at the same time.
But we became friends, and she came.
Yeah, there were lots of
to the
lovely
table
conversations went on.
and told me her story while you were doing the funeral here in Guildford. And she just told me a story. And what I've become convinced about, and this is where I get asked a lot of you to have courage. Just have courage. Ask people, when you're sitting having a cup of tea, say, I use dogs. Dogs are a great way in. Well, I love, hello. How old are you then? And they would say, oh, he's 4 years old. Oh, right. He's a lovely dog, isn't he? He's a lovely dog. And I go, so you down for the and that's it. You're in. And the in, it's not for any reason. Please, you'll be ready for a word in season and out season, but you're there. Don't look at it as I must witness.
No. I'm going to say that.
With people.
Can I just say that most people just want someone to say hello to them.
That's all.
And they just want someone to just listen to their story.
Now, that
Nothing
being
more than
said,
that.
you often say to them, would you like me to pray with you?
Yeah.
I said, I'd say something like that, and they're very seldom. Well, anybody
Or
say
you can
to
say,
me,
I will pray for you.
I will pray for you. Or I just put my hand on him.
If that's okay, I will pray
yeah.
for you at some point.
Or that's right. And but actually, being bold, John Bown has been doing this. He's 80 years old, and he's out there on Chester Market. He's been doing it for years. Just going up to people he's wearing, saying, can I pray for you? And what's wrong with that? Even if you don't believe in it, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? The worst is that something good happens. And actually, and I just think, we've been doing that. So take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, to the who somehow lost the way. And I sung this to the guys at the Wellbeing. I just said, that's it. Take me to that's who I am. You're my peeps. You're my people. All right? But everybody's my people. But people who particularly are down and who are feeling downtrodden, we just want you to feel actually, and this is I'm concentrating on this today because I feel this is what we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we're about to start with. This was what was the value system that we brought into this, the JV Life in the Steinway Room? First of all, it was egotistical. Let's be absolutely frank. I was ego-based.
Surely not.
Yeah, exactly. It was about an ego. Can I go and sing to people? We watched the first one the other day, didn't we? With Andy and Jill. With me. Oh, we must show it to you one day. We must just give you
It's there. It's there on YouTube if you want
it
a good laugh.
And, I just babbled like this, and I think it was, if I'm being honest, it was about, I'll go and sing to you. I didn't think we'd make any money, but something to do. I'd sing. It changed almost immediately into people. It was about people, and look at the motley crew that we've gathered. People of different ages and different stages, and different people of faith, of no faith, that have linked with us. And we welcome you all to this room. You're always welcome. You're always welcome. So do some notices for us.
Okay, right. Let's have a think about the notices then. Thank you, Rachel. Here we go. So we have a few concerts coming up. Next month, the one that is available for people to come to is on February the 24th.
Oh, yeah, we can't do the other one.
No, because that's a closed one. But the February the 24th is Gausley Baptist Church.
Lovely.
Good old Gausley Baptist Church. We haven't been there for such a long time. It'd be lovely to go back. And then on March the 9th, we are at Carshalton Baptist Church. We did a lovely show near to them, and they loved it so much they begged Jonathan to come and do one there. So yes, that would be fantastic. The 9th of March at Carshalton
I'd love
Baptist.
to see you those in the south.
Yeah, please come along. April the 19th, we're going to be at St Paul's Church in Camberley. Again, it'd be lovely to be back there.
What? The big...
No, St Paul's Church in Camberley, Tom's Church.
Oh, Tom's, yes, not the other.
No.
United
Then in May, at the moment, we've got the 4th of May up in Gainsborough in Lincolnshire, and the 25th we are in Scotland. Now, what we're hoping to do is to build in some extra dates, either way on the way up to Scotland or in Scotland, so that we don't just go up there for one weekend. But at the moment, that's what we've got. Then on June the 29th, we've just heard very excitingly that we're going to go back to our church in Leyland, which is where we got married. I used to go to this church when you were
14.
Yes,
so it's at least 74 years ago now.
Thank you very much, darling. And so yes, 29th will be at All Saints Laleham. Then in August, we are back up to Thornley for a week from the 17th to the 24th. If you want to know about tickets, if you want to know about how to get to these places, then you need to go onto the website, which is www.jonathanveira.com. And you will have all the details there of all the details about how to get tickets, where they are, etc., etc., etc. We said earlier, if you want to contact me, I'm on sue@jonathanveira.com. And that is also very useful if you want to ask about putting on a show of Jonathan at your church or in your organisation or something like that. Please do get in contact with me. People are writing to me all the time. So it'd be lovely to just talk to you about what's involved and how we can come to your place and put on an amazing evening where people can just come and have this kind of experience, but live. That's
and
true,
it's fantastic, yeah.
And it is
yeah.
It is fantastic.
And we're soon having on board some new help to.
Yes,
help
we
us
got
do
some
that.
exciting news that's just in the wings. We just need to just tidy up a few things and then we will tell you all about it. But yes, so it's sue@jonathanveira.com if you want to know any more or to ask me anything directly. And is there anything else, Rachel, that we need to talk about before we go? Oh, yes, of course, the Steinway dates. Apologise that we sort of been a bit slow to get these to you, but at the moment, next month, we have a good month coming up. So next weekend, the 4th, the 11th, and then at the end of February on the 25th. So only one weekend that we won't be able to do it.
Put one
what
thing
do
into
you
that,
want to do?
which is that we have to go up to do a funeral.
You do?
If something goes wrong on the way back.
Yes. So the
then-
only thing is that the 11th might be a bit shaky. Because we're going up to the funeral of a friend up in Scotland, so we might have trouble getting back from that the day before. But as far as we know at the moment, that's what we're planning to do. March, we are going to do the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th and the 24th, unless anything else happens.
Yes.
So that's what we plan. We will put those dates at the top of the website so that you can see that. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Jonathan Veira YouTube channel. We're putting stuff out all the time. Rachel's doing an amazing job of actually kitting that whole thing out. So just make sure that you subscribe. If you haven't done it, then you just need to click on the thumb. You need to click on the subscribe button, the band there, and you will need to then fill in some kind of information. But it will not cost you a penny, but it will get you access to more and more of Jonathan's stuff and notifications when he does something. And also, more importantly, is that it ups our profile, which means that Rachel has lots of wonderful things to play with.
We worked out.
And
we earned £1 from it.
We did earn £1 from it the other day.
From the views on...
The views on, was it the Country and Western video that Rachel put up?
We earned £1.
Suddenly, that went a bit more viral than most things and went to America. And we never know why these things happen.
£1.
But we earned just over £1. So don't
knock it.
Don't knock it. We got just over
£1 could be there. So by the end of the year, it could be £2.
We have talked about. So thank you very much for that. And you're back in the room.
Right. So, and as far as shows are concerned, we'd love to come and do more shows. I don't want to get bored. I'm 63, not 163. I've got to work for another 4 years at least, and I can't see I'll ever retire. And so I'm going to do a song, and the song is, I think, I'd like to do Wonderful World. Can you do the BT for that, my love? Wonderful World. I haven't sung that one for a bit. There we go. Do 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 do. Remember this song? On Lockdown Sessions 1 with the wonderful Raul D'Oliveira playing, who we hope is better. I haven't heard. Let's find out, actually. I must do better. And you can sing along with this. You can do the Val Dunican sway as well. I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the
bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Well, I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you and you. Well, I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, I think to myself, what a wonderful What a great choice, and a great song from Satchmo, and me trying to play and sing the longest note in history. Did you hear that, by the way?
I did. Can I just tell you a funny story?
Go on then.
I did a funeral for a lady recently, and she'd actually lived on the road that my parents lived on, and she'd been to a couple of concerts of Jonathan. So she was delighted when I ended up being her celebrant, and she said, "Oh, do you think we could have one of Jonathan's songs for the service?" And I said, "Yes, of course." And she decided on this one, The Wonderful World. And it was a beautiful end to the service, and it was lovely. And I did my usual thing, and I sort of finished off, and I bowed to the
Tenderly
coffin.
and reverently.
Tenderly and reverently. And then I bowed to the coffin, and I left by the side door. Normally, fairly soon afterwards, the family come out. And I stood there, and nobody came out. So I whispered to the funeral director in the doorway. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "I think they're all sitting there listening to the music. They're not moving." So I thought, oh dear. So eventually we got to the end of What a Wonderful World, and they began dribbling out, and we chatted. And when I went back in again, the guy who's the technician said to me, "I've got a bone to pick with your husband." I said, "Oh, why? What's the problem?" So he said, "Next time he records a song, can he just say something at the end, which is, 'You finish listening, now go'?" Because he said they all listened to it the second time round as well. Because he put it on repeat.
Why?
Because that's what you do. If people haven't left, you play the track again. And he said they carried on sitting there listening to it.
And I think this is the thing. I've got to start coming along with you and selling up albums at the back. So it's a side hustle. I think that's quite good. So you could do a kind of, I don't know, a death benefit. What? I'm just saying, if you produce the death certificate, I'll give you a free one. What? I'm just saying.
Of course you are.
Well, it's good to see. Could you please do more of my albums? Because I'll get.
Can I just say? It's about time. They're all so long that I can't play them because they're too long.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Across the changes through the years, eternal God, your love comes down to lead us on. So as we walk with you, our every step is holy ground. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. And we will seek to know you more in every word of every prayer. And you will keep your timeless faithfulness through every breath. You will be there. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. If doubts and fears come closing in, we lean on you when strength may fail. And Father God, you pour your spirit down, the clouds will clear, the truth prevail. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. This is the hope for all the world, the nails that held God in our place. This is the love that brings forgiveness. This is the promise of His grace.
Al is listening. I've got an idea. Just an idea before we go. Al gave me a nice idea. He posted. Al has been a member of the Unity for many years, and he's got us to the church at All Saints, Laleham. And no, can't wait for that. In Middlesex, that's down south. Great place to go. You can go for lunch in one of the local pubs. It's right by the river, literally right by the river. Beautiful place. And we got married there, as I said, and it would be great to go back. John and Sue, the ones for you, if you remember that one. That was what we had when we were 23. I was 23, you were about 36 by then. And anyway, John and Sue, the ones for you, what?
Nothing.
It's just, you're going to say it's better to be 36 and look 21 than it is to be 23.
You know the lines. You know
Exactly.
the lines. Don't feel
Anyway, so he posted his piano thing, and I've got this idea. Now, tell me whether we'll work it next week. But between now and April, when we celebrate our 4th year, I was thinking about the community's got talent.
It does.
What do you think?
I do.
As in, Brent's got talent, but the community's got talent. Now, some of you I've seen, and some of it, it should remain hidden. But for many of you, there's some stuff that you could do for me, no longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Sue suggested embroidery. You can't I know the talent is embroidery.
I just think...
How are you going to show... No. How are you going to show people doing that? But you can't do that for 3 minutes. That's what they do while they're watching. But you can't show them. What are you talking about?
I can show what people have made. You're so narrow sometimes. You just only ever think about music.
Well, yeah, because that's all there is. Right, so you want to broaden it out?
I do.
Well, we have categories then. We can't have it. If you're going to do it like this, you got to do that. You've got to have categories. So it's for textiles.
Okay. What about stand-up comedians?
Stand-up comedians, you've got to do 3 minutes in front of the thing, 2.5 minutes. For John Bound, it's 30 seconds. Andy, less. Okay, just go hello, and that'll be it. That's fine. But if you can play the piano, and Al has recorded, and I'd like you to hear him. So that's a great thing he's done, and that it's just a talent out there that I know exists. If you can play your recorder, Victoria, somehow, nicely. Otherwise, I'll have to come and bury it or cut it in half and use it for kindling, something like that. But seriously, it's an idea. Anybody got any idea? Anybody up for that? Anybody in favour of that? Let's see, shall we? Let's see what you get back to us on. So you've got to get back to us on the away day, and you've got to get back to us on what was the other?
As Gareth says, that's a whole I Stedford.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those. I've Stedford. So it's a talent.
And how
pool.
about reciting a poem whilst playing the flute? Guess who said that?
Anyway, whatever. Next week we're going to do I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. Have we got the two? And we're going to go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. But before we do, just for Al. Here's life in all its mystery, the beauty and the tragedy, the silence and the symphony, and everything between. Deep inside the heart of man, the need to know and understand. We are part of some great plan, or just a passing dream. Philosophers philosophize, rarely look you in the eyes, and politics is compromise. It rides the ebb and flow. Money talks and fashion screams to fill the space inside your dreams. If you want something to believe, I'll tell you what I know. My maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters in the end. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor
He's all that matters. He's all that matters in the end. And that was for Al. But also, oh, it's just gone from my mind. Oh! I know we'll remember in a second when we're singing. Go Peaceful. Let's have it on, Rachel. And lovely. Thank you, Rachel, for being
so patient. So patient
with
is the
Sue.
phrase that
It's
you're
just been
looking for.
she's made life very difficult for you this evening, and I'm very grateful for you putting up with her. Are you coming over then?
Well,
What are
if
you
you'd
doing?
like me to.
What? Do you want to? Come on then. Don't mess around. Sit down there then. Can you hear it?
Okay.
Oh, let's put that back there. Have you got the reverb on? Quick! I'll sing the first verse, you get your reverb on. Want some reverb? Go peaceful in gentleness. Come and sit down, come on. Through the violence of these days. Oh. Give freely. She's got her hand on my left shoulder. In all your ways. How about that?
That's lovely.
Alright, how about that? Is that alright, old woman? You good? You good for this? Okay. Alright, I think you're on.
No, we're on.
Oh yeah, we're on. Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame. God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love. As we go into this week, whatever that may bring for you, who knows? Life has a way of surprising us, both in kind and generous ways, as well as in difficult ways.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
We think particularly of Alan and Jackie Slough. This Tuesday is the 20th anniversary of losing their lovely son Tom to suicide. So a hard week for them. So we hold you in our thoughts.
Very special people. And actually, anybody else, just a little moment of quiet as you think about. If you're not a praying person, then think about those people now. Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love. And now we always sing this to send you off.
in a good way. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and give you his peace. And also turn his face towards you. It's a nice idea, this. Turn his face, incline his face that way. And to be gracious unto you as he looks at you. And I think God does look at us. He does look at us.
God sees you.
He steers in our direction. It's us that turn away often, actually. So let's just rely on the fact that God is inclining his face towards us, okay? If you know this one again, sing it and affirm this in your own heart. And we send the big love out to Lucas and Chrissy. And congratulations to them. You ready? The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. Right, well, that's it. After a long break from Christmas, we've been back. I've sung everything. I think I've sung a lot.
He's sung a lot more than he was going to, let me
Oh,
tell
yes,
you.
I know who it was for. It was for Andy and Jill. You know, didn't
Yes,
sing Stars.
that's right.
And that's one of their songs. God bless you. Good night. And we'll
Love
see
you lots. Thank you for joining
next
us
week.
again.
Thanks,
See you
Rachel.
next week.
And thanks,
Thank
Claire,
you.
for doing the stuff.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.